Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me for the unboxing of the Gilded Tarot Royale deck by Ciro, Marchetti, and Barbara Moore. So if you're like me and you're still pretty new to tarot reading, I know it can be quite overwhelming looking up all the different decks that exist and going down the rabbit hole and probably purchasing quite a few to start with. That certainly was the case for me, at least. I know this deck in particular caught my eye, though. The illustrations are gorgeous. There are actually already reviews and videos of this deck that exist. I just figured I would record a video now for 2023. This deck has been out for quite some time now, but straight from packaging so that we can all take a look together and experience this deck together for the first time. I hope that this will help you all in your journey in finding the deck that's right for you or getting closer to the deck that may feel right for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get this open. I'm super excited to see these cards. The packaging is already just amazing. Other decks I've bought are much smaller, just, you know, like a box of cards, but this comes in entire packaging because it's the entire kit for it. All right, and it has a magnetic side for opening and closing, and beautiful already. Here's the inside cover. Just so much detail even in just this. And it comes with the Gilded Tarot Royale comes in different sizes. They do have the mini too for people who find that normal tarot deck cards are a little too big for shuffling for their hands. So there is the mini version. And then there's the plain Gilded Tarot Royale that just has the cards. This one comes with the guidebook. So I'm just going to flip through the guidebook really quick. It has all the cards, not colored, and we can walk through and see kind of the contents of this book first. So as you can see in the table of contents, they go through the basics, the major arcana, minor arcana, court cards, and different spreads that you can use too, which I find really cool that it has all of that included. So introduction, some artist notes, and then talks about the basics, which is so helpful because as you know, I'm still learning, and for those who are still learning, it's always nice to have a guidebook that goes into more detail about tarot reading and how to do so, what major arcana and minor arcana even mean, how the cards are different. Talks about the Fool's Journey, which is the first card in the deck, and it goes through all the different cards here, at least the major arcana. It talks about how you can care for them, divination, and some exercises actually that you can do. See, there's a section for that. It does look like it talks about reversals. I know sometimes when people read, they don't always do reversals, but it looks like they do talk about it a little bit here if that's something you're interested in doing when you start reading. All right, and then it goes into the different major arcana. Really lovely, very thick book actually. Includes really everything, and each card has its own dedicated page descriptor. All right, and then like I said, they also include the spreads at the end, which is great. I'm still learning, like I said, and so I enjoy just seeing different spreads. I just usually look online to see what kind of spreads I want to do for that day, starting out with simple spreads and then get a little bit more complicated and more cards in your spread eventually. Looks like it just goes into the most complicated one is the Celtic cross, at least in this instruction manual. All right, and we can get into the cards now. So it looks like it has this little ribbon here to help us pull the cards out. Right. And then I'm going to open this up and show you guys the cards. Oh, I'm struggling all along and there is a preparation here. All right. You can tell already I'm going to love this deck. It's so beautiful. Okay, and I don't know about y'all, but I love the smell of new cards. It smells amazing. Fresh out of the box, almost like a new car smell, in my opinion. Right off the bat, just incredible illustration, beautiful colors. They're so vibrant. It's like they're popping out of the page. Not page, card. But it starts with the Fool, of course, and about new beginnings, new journeys, maybe not even particularly paying attention to where he's going, but still having some hope that the journey will lead us somewhere positive. And very similar to the Rider-Waite deck where, you know, that fool is like walking off a cliff, and there's a dog that's next to him. He's not paying attention to that dog. Similar here. All right. Then we have the Magician. Really cool. Love that. Kind of looks like Mick Jagger or something, huh? But I do love it. It's very mystical looking. The High Priestess. Always love this card. Definitely feel a strong connection with the High Priestess since I'm a Pisces myself. It's Pisces energy for any Pisces out there watching. This is our card. Lovely. The Empress. And just, as you can see, the colors are just incredible. The cards are also very good quality. They look like they are just thick and durable. And we'll see, you know, once I shuffle what they're like, but they seem great. The Emperor. A lot of zodiac signs in a lot of these cards. Seems to be the theme in some of these cards. So I do like that. Really cool. So if you want to do readings that are linked with like astrological signs, that could be really helpful. The Hierophant. The Lovers. This is kind of cool because the Lovers sometimes symbolizes having a choice in love. And so I wonder if he's a ghost because of that. Not really sure why they decided to have her be like kind of human form and he's a ghost. I wonder if that's like indecision, like not sure whether they want to participate in a love choice. But when it shows up in the spread with, you know, other cards that indicate that the lovers are supposed to be together, then yeah. We have the Chariot. I do like that they kept the Sphinx like the Rider-Waite deck. It's a fast moving card. It's supposed to be the fastest in the deck. Although don't see much movement in this card in particular, the way it's designed, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. The Strength card, beautiful. That line almost looks like it's going to come out of the card. It's so beautiful. And fitting for Leo season right now. The Hermit. Pretty interesting. I like the snake that's there. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. And I found when I look at most decks out there, Justice usually has the scales always. I feel like a lot of the tarot cards kind of have their own variation. Different artists will do different things, but Justice is one of those cards I feel like is pretty consistent in most decks I've seen. But this one's beautiful. The Hanging Man. Looks like he's losing some money too coming out from his pockets. This is Death. I always am partial to Death cards for some reason. I just think they look really cool. And I love different renditions of how artists will do it. So this one's really cool. Temperance. Kind of finding balance and harmony. And I do love the water and fire cups. One of my best friends is actually a fire sign, and we joke all the time that we, you know, we don't get along, but we do, you know, we balance each other out. So this card is definitely needed sometimes for us. All right, the Devil. And I do like that they kind of kept to the Rider-Waite deck, where there's two people just kind of like feeling very stuck and, you know, just can't get away from one another. And sometimes with the Devil card, it's just signifying that we're, you know, we have this like stuck energy, we can't, maybe even addiction. So this is pretty cool. All right, the Tower. I know some of these cards are the ones that we say we don't want to see, but, you know, it's all about breaking down to build back up. So this one looks like it's getting like violently struck down, and this man falling out of it. The Star. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love the blues and the purples. It's my favorite color combination. It's amazing. And the Moon. Actually, I love this because we are about to have a full moon, our first super moon tomorrow, August 1st. And then we will have a blue moon, which just means a second full moon in the month, later on August 30th. So tribute to the moon. I like that there's a crab here amongst the wolves. All right, and the Sun. Here we go again with the zodiac signs. It's very pretty. Judgment. The World. And that's cool because it's like seeing and experiencing different things like in the world. So I do like that. Ace of Wands. So now these are going into the suit cards. I believe from the reviews I've seen online, each of these are going to be a different color based on what suit we're on. So the Wands looks like it's going to be in red. Oops, sorry. All right, the Two of Wands. The graphics are just beautiful. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. I like that they use the wands to be like these pillars, protecting this family. Five of Wands. There's some conflict happening. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. And I like that they are, it's kind of like the reversal of the Rider-Waite, where, you know, the wands, if you remember on that deck, it kind of, they're going this direction, but they're all moving in the same direction. But this one has them going upwards, and I just love the contrast here of all the different colors. It's so pretty. Okay, Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Looks like carrying huge burden, huge load. I just love this contrast from the sky down here to the greenery. Ace of Cups. All right, so like I said, colors change at the bottom once you go to a different suit. And Ace of Cups again reminds me of Pisces energy. You see the fish here, overfilled with emotion. Phases of the moon. Right. Two of Cups. Divine lovers there. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. And similar to the Rider-Waite, you know, just being offered this cup, being either disinterested or just not really sure about taking this cup, although despite having like cups here already. All right, Five of Cups. Six of Cups. This is the nostalgia card with the young children here, and almost like, I don't know if these animals are supposed to be fictional or real, but they are all here. It's kind of like a really rosy picture. Love it. These sunflowers look so real too. It's reminding me of that line earlier. A lot of these images just look so real. They come out at you. All right, Seven of Cups. All the illusions in the cups. I really like that. Yeah, and I like that they had different types of illusions in each cup here. Eight of Cups. That moon is so pretty. Wow. Nine of Cups. Then, of course, the celebratory 10 of Cups with the rainbow, and my goodness, it's like every color in this card. So nice. Oh, wow, I love this card. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Very similar to the blindfolding of the woman in the Rider-Waite. Three of Swords is also one of those other iconic ones. I feel doesn't really change much in most decks that I've seen, just like the Justice card. So heart being pierced by three swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. And we have this person on the ground over here. Looks very desolate back here. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. The Thievery card, being sneaky. You can see from his face, he's kind of sneaking away with all these swords. Five of them. Two on the ground. Eight of Swords. This is also one of those cards that I really kind of appreciate. I love the imagery in most decks that I've seen, because in the Eight of Swords, we're blindfolded, we're kind of blind to like these problems around us, and chained, but if you look carefully, the chains are not locked. So typically in this card, it's signifying that we can get out of the circumstances we're in or the troubles that we're in, if we're able to do that for ourselves, you know, take the chains off of us, break away from the chains, break away from the blindfold. So just like the other decks, this one captures it perfectly because she's not actually fully chained up. There's no lock on this. But it's this illusion and feeling that we are stuck. Love this card. It's beautiful. Nine of Swords. Like discontent. Maybe losing sleep over something. If you know the card in the Rider-Waite, it's the person sitting up in bed, not able to sleep with all the swords. They're not actually piercing them, but you know, it's our thoughts keeping us up at night. And I wonder if this is supposed to be her. Not sure, but this is a really cool image. And then the Ten of Swords, of course, like the final battle, if you will, before renewal. All right, now the pentacles. I love the way the pentacles are drawn here. This deer looks so real. I swear all these animals look like they're about to come out of the cards. But imagery, gorgeous colors. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, being proud. Four of Pentacles is another one of those iconic cards in Rider-Waite where if you remember the pentacle on the person's head and he's holding tightly to his pentacles, not wanting to let them go. So this is a little different, but it looks like he's having this box so that he can keep his pentacles to himself. So I think it captures it pretty well. Nice card. Five of Pentacles. Kind of like how they make it like a mosaic. It's like one of those stained glass windows, right? Like in a church. This is nice. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I love the contrast of her dress with the greenery. So nice. 10 of Pentacles. All right, so I think they just put all the pages and yeah, the Knights, Queen, and King all in the back. So start with the Page of Wands. These are the messengers of the deck. Page of Cups. I like the seahorses. Big aquarium person, so this is like really, really something I like a lot. There is no fish in the cup, but I do like the seahorses. Page of Swords. He looks either really angry or trying to come after somebody, but I like the blues in this card. Page of Pentacles. All right, now we're on to the Knights. The Knight of Wands. So these are usually movement cards, so you can see the horses moving. Knight of Cups, also fast energy cards. Knight of Swords. I love that these horses are decked out. Really cool. Knight of Pentacles. Right, now we're to the Queens. The Cavalier is such a nice touch here. Cute. Queen of Wands. Queen of Cups. And again, the dogs. I'm a big dog person. I'm a big cat person too, so I like that. Contrasting colors. Queen of Cups is on yellow. Queen of Swords. There we go. Cat. Queen of Pentacles. Right, now we're to the King, the different kings. King of Wands, King of Cups, again the seahorses, love it. And just how dynamic the water looks right here too. King of Swords, and lastly King of Pentacles. Wow, so overall this deck is just beautiful. I'm so excited to use it. And actually with the full moon coming tomorrow, also, don't mind me, I'm still learning how to shuffle. So with the full moon coming tomorrow, I do intend to place like my newer decks out by moonlight so that they can get all the energy of the moon. And also just be cleansed before I do like a formal first reading with them. I know that they suggest several things, but by moonlight is one of the ways. And by the way, as I'm shuffling this, these cards are holding really well. I really love how they're shuffling. Again, I'm not a great shuffler. My hands are also kind of small, so I would have got the mini, but I did want to get like the full actual size version of this deck because I knew I was going to love the imagery so much. So I'm going to ask Spirit as a collective what we should focus on with this full moon coming tomorrow, and see if I can pull a card for all of us. Spirit, what kind of things should we focus on as there's a full moon tomorrow? Let's see, Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to read the description in the book that's given to us. Right. The Ace of Pentacles. This is a gift of resources, likely money, raw materials, or time. It is probably the most straightforward of the suits. For that reason, the gift of the Pentacles are not always as highly esteemed as the other suits, gifts, or sometimes they are overvalued and lead to greed for material wealth or obsession with sensuous living. Whatever form the gift takes, it is up to us, as the weasel reminds us here. Let's see, here's the weasel. And like the magician, Major Arcana 1, to use our skill and determination to make something worthwhile of it. You have been given a resource. Use it well and be grateful. Be aware of the temptation to undervalue or squander this gift because you consider it mundane and not a true gift of the universe. So yeah, you heard it there. Using our skill and determination, manifesting what we deserve and what we need with this new moon coming in August. So with that, I'm going to conclude this video, but thank you guys so much for joining. I hope to be getting better overall with reading. Probably going to just record shorts for a time being, hone in on my skills, learn a bit more, but I'm happy to connect with anybody who'd like to connect. And until then, thank you guys so much. Sending you all so much light for your evening and for your day tomorrow. Take care.